Let's talk about what makes Morisette, Isel, Christian, and Sam's performance of Here Comes the Sun, Fireworks, and Million Dreams so awesome. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark, and I'm going to help you sing and perform more like the top artists around the world. I'm a professional voice teacher, performance coach, and opera stage director. I've helped thousands of singers around the world learn the techniques and methods that got the top singers to where they are. I've never seen this video before, so I'm not sure if this is going to turn into a 3-part series or if we're going to do it all in one. I'm excited to see what makes these performers so awesome.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
It's not breathy anymore. Go figure. You'll notice we're seeing a little bit more teeth, a little more drop jaw, but essentially the position's pretty similar. So what is it that changed? Well, there's two things that changed. Number one, they both brought the placement much more forward, so it's going to feel to them much more resonant up here in their mask. If it doesn't feel resonant up here in the mask, it's going to feel like the sound is out here somewhere, but it's not trapped back here, where before they kind of kept it back here to soften that sound a little bit, make it that 70s romantic breathy sound. Number two is their onset is much more balanced, meaning that the vocal folds are coming together as the airflow starts. So we get this clean, crisp sound without any pressure or force underneath. It's just nice, balanced, easy, and clean. Gorgeous.
A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. I close my eyes so I can see the world that's waiting for me, that I call my own.
That's gorgeous. I could listen to that sound all day. Smooth, kind of sultry. Also love how open their faces are, how vulnerable. There's no pretension. There's no pretending to be something other than just a real, genuine human being, and that's gorgeous. Love it.
Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, and it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design.
Okay, so if I had to guess, and they described where they feel their sound resonating, right? Where they feel buzziness, the sound bouncing around in their head, however you want to talk about it. First guy, red shirt. Again, I wish I knew which name went with which person. You're probably all going to abhor me for not knowing up front. My apologies. Names are not my strong suits. So if you're going here, the first guy, he's going to feel it really buzzy, probably right here, right around his nose, and also all the way across here, depending on different moments. It kind of varies between just kind of here in the center and here all the way across the middle. Second guy in the gray jacket, he's probably going to feel that resonance a little bit more here in the back and a little bit more here in the chest, just by the lift and how they're configuring the shape in the back. Guy in the gray jacket, the soft palate's a little bit more collapsed on the sides, a little bit taller and rounder. The guy in the red shirt, a little more open, bright, and wider side to side in the back. Again, ultimately what we want in the back is about 80% of a yawn's worth of space. How we shape it is going to determine the quality of that sound. The taller we shape it, the darker and richer. The wider we shape it, the brighter it's going to be. And we can find a million different matches of that and versions of that, but that's kind of what's going on, and how we shape that's also going to influence where we feel it resonate in our body. So if you're trying to figure out how to make different sounds and explore different sounds and sound like them, one of the things you can tell yourself to do is just try to get that part of your body to resonate and see what all comes along for the ride, really focusing on trying to place it in different areas of your body and see which ones make it easiest here. So you might say, hey, I want to see how resonant I can get it here. How does that feel? I want to get it to feel like it's really resonant behind my nose, behind my teeth, here in my chest, go ahead and try those and see if any of those feel easiest here. And then for the more advanced tip, you can try to do multiple places at once, get them all resonating, and see what that does as well. Kind of a fun game to play with that can unlock different parts of your voice, different colors, different ways of expressing yourself.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take.
See that drop jaw, teeth, the jaw's relaxed and back down and back and open.
A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share.
Okay, even though these two gentlemen have slightly different ways that they're approaching making that sound and shaping it, they're keeping that placement forward, and the overall quality of the sound is really pretty similar, and so they sound great together. They're working really good. They sound like they're cut from the same cloth. Really cool. Even though at the same time, they're unique enough where they stand out. It's not a perfect blend, because that's not what we're going for. We want them to stand out. We want to hear their individual voice, but we also want to sound like the same thing. So it kind of, you'll notice what I'm talking about in terms of the visual world from earlier and the sound world are working really well together, where they're each individuals, but it also works together to create one cohesive whole sound. Love it.
Share your dreams with me.
You may
Hear that me? A little taller. Gives it a little more classical sound, a little more rich classical sound. Loved it. Stayed forward, stayed bright, but had that taller space in back that gave it that warmth. So we get more of the chiaroscuro sound, where that wide sound is going to make it a lot of chiara, and still going to give some warmth and richness to it, but it's a different quality. Where it's, if you watch a spectrometer, it's going to be more evenly layered all the way up, where the classical sound is really strong on the first two fundamentals, and then we go up into the singer's form, and that's strong, but everything else between is a little weaker. Again, just two different qualities of sound that we can use to be expressive and to sing with. Not necessarily good or bad. They originate from different logistic needs, whether you're singing with a mic, whether you're singing over an orchestra without a mic, and whatnot. And then turns into a stylistic thing that is then built upon, and tradition is built upon, and then audiences start to expect a certain thing, and that all works together to say that there is some foundational techniques that are consistent across all the different genres, but there are also some things that are really specific to different styles and genres that have to be changed. So learning how to keep the consistent, change the things that need to be changed are part of the fun process. And what we explore is we're watching these singers here doing their awesome job, or when we take voice lessons, or when we're just singing on our own in the shower.
be right, you may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world we close our eyes to see, we close our eyes to see.
Baby.
Okay, something I want to point out here real quick. You'll notice here, if you watch them singing, this stays really calm. We're not seeing any excess tension, strain, push, force, bulging, stretching, right? It's staying really calm and relaxed. They're not pushing it. They're opening that space up here. They're supporting it by keeping these abs and lower stomach back suspended, controlling that airflow. They're keeping this super calm and quiet. The time we are seeing engaged is when they breathe in. You're seeing that little bit, that gasp, and those engage a little bit. Not surprising, see it all the time. If you see that in yourself, and you're like, I wonder if I can do it without it, try this. Try opening that space and breathing in with the vowel you're gonna sing first in the next phrase. So if the vowel was far away, right, you would breathe in with an ah sound. Obviously, I'm not singing it, but the space in here feels like I'm about to say ah. so that I'm already ready and I don't have to kind of try to gasp in air. Number 2 thing is to remember that when we take a deep breath in with those lower stomach abs, that the goal is to get out of its way so that as those abs go out, diaphragm pulls down, creates a vacuum, and air will just flow into it. We don't have to push it in, we don't have to gasp it in, we don't have to do anything here to push it in with our throat other than just get out of its way. So you can just practice that. I'm really making sure that you're helping everything expand nice and low and creating that vacuum and then just getting out of its way. The easiest thing you can do to work with that is just rest your hand here on your throat and feel for it. My guess is for most people, if they become aware of it and they just feel it for a moment, it's gone almost immediately as soon as they're just aware of it. Is this a sign that something's bad or wrong? No, but if we can make it easier and make it so our throat and these muscles and tendons don't have to work someplace, might as well get rid of it, right? Less work is always good if it's not needed. So, cool. Super cool. Totally enjoyed it. Love those singers. Love how they're different and how they work so well together. Absolutely gorgeous. What I would love to hear is comment down below with which singer you gravitated to most by watching and what you think it was about their performance that made you gravitate towards them. Then do the same thing with what you're hearing and which voice you gravitated to the most and why. What I'm not asking here is which singer you think is better or which performer you think is better. It's not a competition of who's better or worse. What it is for you to start identifying what is it that you relate to. What do you connect with? And then talk with your friends. Check out the other comments down below, see what they have to say. Because the reality is our audiences are made up of a ton of really diverse people that have had wildly different days coming into a performance, which on some days is going to make one person react a certain way and connect with a certain person, where if it was a different day, they might connect with someone else. Our goal as a performance, and especially when we collaborate with other people, is to reach as many people as we can and to lift their day and make their day a little bit better and brighter. After watching this performance, my day is a little bit better and brighter. I enjoyed watching all of them, and I loved learning from the awesome things that they were doing. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Comment down below with other things you think I should be reacting to. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You can check me out at foundyourvoice.com, where you can book a lesson or a session so that we can work together and help you sing easier or even just speak easier if that's your job. And I can also help you perform more consistently, perform in a way that is more genuine to who you are, and discover ways to engage your audience so that they are changed and become better people and are moved by your performances. You can also check me out on Wizio.com if you want to send me a short video and get my reaction and feedback. Either way, I hope I get to work with you in the future. See you next time.